Welcome to project presentation on FPGA-based non-repudiation video watermarking system, using Walsh Hadamard transform and QR code. Implemented by High-Performance Reconfigurable Computing System Engineering Laboratory, Indian Institute of Information Technology, Design and Manufacturing Kanchipuram, Chennai. Objective of the project: create the non-repudiation video for video forensic purpose. Non-repudiation video is the assurance that someone cannot deny the validity of image, or source of origin of image. This can be achieved by embedding the invisible, robust and tamper-proof watermark in the video at origin itself, that means the camera that captures. Watermark is created using the information like date, time, longitude, latitude, camera ID. One can detect, or identify the culprit of abusive or adult information-based image frame in the video. Methodology: forensic information data is to generate QR code. QR code image is going to act as a watermark image. Watermark is embedded in the transform domain. Invisible watermarked image is generated using efficient watermark algorithm, QR code image and Walsh Hadamard transform. Invisible watermark is embedded instantly in the camera with an additional hardware integrated circuit. System design objectives: this project aims to develop a robust hardware-based watermarking system using efficient hardware design of 2D Walsh Hadamard transform. The QR code image is the watermark image and is generated using the sensitive information such as longitude, latitude, time, date, camera ID and etc. The project's final deliverable is a design of efficient 2D Walsh Hadamard transforms. Camera integration with Fpga. The generic block diagram of implemented watermark system on Fpga is shown here. Camera sensor is used to capture the video and stores each frame into the buffer. All the sensitive information is stored in the buffer based on the live location of the device. The stored sensitive information is fed to the QR code generation hardware. It produces the QR code as watermark, which is supplied as input to watermarking system. Watermarking system embeds the watermark in the original image in the transform domain using the Hadamard transform, and finally it produces the watermarked image. The output watermarked frame is displayed onto the display unit using VGA controller. 640 by 480 image with 12-bit pixel resolution is chosen for the processing system. Other specifications for the video watermarking system is shown in table. The camera sensor OV7670 specifications, and its block diagram is shown. The camera module was configured with RGB 5, 6, 5, 5 bits for red, 6 bits for green, 5 bits for blue, to get the pixel data as raw input. The implementation details on Fpga is shown in the table. OV7670 Resource Utilization. The Fpga resource utilization of camera controller is shown, which use only 71 LUTs for the camera control unit. B-RAM for image frame. B-RAM with the frame size of the image, 640 by 480 equals 307,200 pixels, is created to store the frames. The B-RAM controller is used to write a complete image frame and also to read as a block of pixels as per the algorithm. Hence each frame is divided into 4,800 blocks in input, 64 continuous pixels in a block, which means each row has 10 blocks each. Why Walsh Hadamard transform? Integer coefficients of a transform leads better hardware minimization. Only adder and subtractor is needed. Easy to implement with butterfly structure. Best suit for compressing images. High potential tolerance in transmitting spatial image. Very good energy packing properties. Fast computation in order of n log 2n. 1D Walsh Hadamard transform architecture with carry save reduction tree is shown. 2-dimension Walsh Hadamard transform implemented as follows. 1-dimension transform hardware is reused for twice to implement 2-dimension. In the first instance, it will do column processing, and followed by second instance it will perform row processing. Row processing. 1-dimension WHT for 8 rows is performed initially for row processing, with the column transpose of input matrix. Column processing. One-dimension WHT for 8 rows is performed initially for row processing, with the column transpose of result matrix. Two-dimension Walsh-Hadamard transform hardware architecture using one-dimension Hadamard transform is shown as follow. One-dimension 8-point Walsh-Hadamard transform synthesized schematic is shown as follow. One-dimension 8-point Walsh-Hadamard transform simulation result is shown as follow. Two-dimension 64-point Walsh-Hadamard transform synthesized schematic is shown as follow. Two-dimension 64-point Walsh-Hadamard transform simulation result is shown as follow. Two-dimension 64-point Walsh-Hadamard transform resource utilization report is shown. The architecture used 2986 LUTs for the entire transform and inverse transform. Watermark data that is considered in implementation of QR code generation consist the camera ID, serial number of the camera, time and date of the image taken and the GPS location of the scene. The information collected from the camera forms a message word. Based on the size of information, the QR code specifications is chosen as shown for generating the watermark. Based on the message information, the QR code specification needs 3M standard with alphanumeric mode. Hardware architecture of the QR code generation is shown. The message word calculated based on the alphanumeric table with 2-character group method. Polynomial long division of message polynomial with generator polynomial is found using read-solo-man encoding to find the error correction code word. The message word and the error correction code word reordered with respect to 3M QR code specification. The reframed code with proper data masking provide the final QR code. Simulation result for the generated QR code information for the given message is shown. The figure shows the synthesized schematic for the QR code generator. In the given image, each 64 continuous pixels will be viewed as 8 by 8 matrix as a block size. In each block, 1-bit watermark information is embedded randomly based on the spatial domain coefficients. The coefficient will provide the position information. Watermark is embedded in the 3rd bit position of the spatial coefficient computed from the Walsh-Hadamard transform. Block diagram of proposed watermarking algorithm is shown. The watermark position in each block is computed using location generator. Based on the location, the watermark bit is embedded in the transform coefficients and then the inverse transform applied to get the watermarked image frame. Block diagram of the VGA controller module to display the output watermarked image. Implementation details on Fpga as shows 62 LUT for the VGA controller unit. Resource utilization of VGA controller is shown. Proposed watermarking system version 1 block diagram is shown. The architecture stores complete frame in every stage of processing. The read memory is processed for the watermarking algorithm. Proposed watermarking system version 2 block diagram is shown. It optimizes the memory by storing single frame, that is RAM usages is reduced significantly when compared with version 1. Version 1 uses 4 frame size RAM and version 2 uses 1 frame size and 256 pixels of RAM size. Proposed watermarking system version 2 simulation result is shown. Figure shows the proposed watermarking system version 2 synthesized schematic. Proposed watermarking system version 2 utilize 5497 LUTs for the entire design. Each module operation in clock cycle time. Total number of clock cycles to process one frame needs 307,456 clock count. Stage-wise clock count for other modules are discussed in table. Fpga synthesis results for each module is tabulated as follows. System can able to embed the watermark data in the input image frame of the video within the video capturing time. Indigenous hardware-based real-time QR code generator is implemented in Fpga for the given message. The Walsh-Hadamard transform provides rigid transform coefficient with less PSNR. and maintains the quality of the image without much degradation. The watermarking algorithm is completely random based on the image information, which secures the watermark for tampering. The complete system utilizes less than 6,000 LUTs, which can be incorporated along with the camera sensor. We acknowledge Dr. Debashish Dutta, MIT, Government of India. Dr. Sunita Verma, MIT, Government of India. Dr. Nishit Gupta, MIT, Government of India. Dr. Hemlata Gupta, MIT, Government of India. Dr. Raj Singh, CEERI Pilani. Dr. Nagendra Krishnapura, IIT Madras. Dr. Nitin Chandrachudan, IIT Madras. Other IIT Madras cluster members. Director, IIITDM Kanchipuram. Dean, SRICCE, IIITDM Kanchipuram. SRICCE Cell, IIITDM Kanchipuram. The HPRCSE team members work under SMDPC2SD project. Thank you.